Today, we learned a man who was wounded in a shocking crime that also killed a New Orleans police officer while eating outdoors at a Houston restaurant. Well, today, his friend who was with him also died. And tonight, friends are remembering DJ Riculfy as the two men charged in the case appeared in court. Our Grace White is following the latest developments tonight. Grace?
We spoke to two of DJ Riculfy's friends tonight. Both are actually here in town because they had to evacuate from New Orleans. One told us he would have been on this same trip if it wasn't for a funeral back home.
A mini vacation turned into a tragedy, and that just one hard pill to swallow.
It's a tragedy that hit too close to home for friends of DJ Riculfy. The second victim shot in the head at the restaurant Grotto, who died after 2 weeks in a coma. Also killed New Orleans police detective Everett Briscoe. The two were on a trip to Houston with friends, members of the crew of Zulu. It was DJ who owned a limo company who arranged the transportation.
Yes, he started off with one limousine, then one bus. Then from there, he became, I call him the luxury limousine company because he had buses and cars that no one else had in the city of New Orleans.
Markeith Tarot is a funeral director. He handled Briscoe's arrangements and met DJ years ago when his mom passed. Ever since, the two became friends, and anytime he or another family needed help, DJ was always the one who answered. That's why it's so hard for Brian Trotter to understand why his friends were murdered. 21-year-old Anthony Jenkins and 19-year-old Frederick Jackson are now charged in the case.
From what we heard, those guys was out on 2 bonds or something like that. Like how? That's the part to me that doesn't really make no sense. Because if those guys wasn't out, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Today, Jenkins was in court. We learned it was surveillance video that led police to the getaway car that they later connected to Jenkins. Then it was jailhouse phone calls from his brother, who was already behind bars, that helped build the case. A case that's now torn 2 cities, 2 families, and these 2 friends' whole lives apart.
I just hope that the right decision is made within the courthouse, and I pray that God will give them the right answer to make the right decision.
Attorneys for both of these men are claiming they weren't the ones who pulled the trigger. Back to you.